LAN-RING IPLOG infrastructure. Part quick overview of the product range. This year, we combined the previously separate LAN-RING and IPLOG presentations into one whole. The main reason is the frequent joint use of LAN-RING and IPLOG systems in practice. The connection has synergistic effects that increase the added value of the entire system, which we recommend using. For a better understanding of synergistic effects, I recommend watching other videos. And now back to the main topic of this video, which is a brief presentation of the assortment. We therefore use uniform markings for LAN-RING industrial switches and the IPLOG control system in order to simplify the selection of a suitable model as much as possible. In the case of industrial switches, you can recognize the number and types of available ports from the markings. On the website, you can also filter a suitable model according to certification, installation method, and other parameters. For IPLOG control units and I/O modules, marking is handled similarly. In the label you will find the abbreviated names of all used parts. IPLOG consists of a main board and optional so-called I/O and IF modules. There are hundreds of possible combinations. For a faster search for a suitable model, our website has an online configurator including DWG and PNG previews, available inputs, outputs, and serial interfaces, prices, and other information. The table contains an overview of all available box series industrial switches. Compared to ordinary switches, they are characterized by greater versatility and durability. Why is that so? You will usually only find Ethernet and optical ports on common commercial and industrial switches. On most LAN-RING switches, you also have digital and analog inputs, programmable relay outputs, and serial buses. All of this is available in a durable design for demanding industrial and outdoor environments. In 2024, there will be several changes in this part of the assortment. There is one of them on the last line. Our first switch with gigabit ports with 95 watts PO and 10 gigabit uplinks. The news for box models does not end there. Our development team is continuously working on new solutions. One of the latest results is a new, more powerful PO platform for box switches. The new models are thus able to deliver up to 95 watts PO from fast or gigabit Ethernet ports. At the same time, the temperature range was extended up to plus 75 degrees Celsius. We plan to put the completely new 20G model listed on the last line of the table into serial production at the end of the first half of the year at the latest. Other innovations will be introduced into series production in the course of 2024. We will inform you in advance about the changes at www.metel.eu or via newsletters. For applications with a large number of IP devices, we have 19-inch unit series switches available. These, for example, allow you to connect up to 24 PO devices, creating a 10 gigabit backbone, or, for example, to connect multiple optical network segments into a single unit. It is also worth noting that all box and unit switches have redundant power inputs available. In the second half of the year, we will expand the assortment with 2 new models. And now to the range of IPLOG control units and I/O modules. It is divided into box and DIN series. Due to its mechanical solution, the box series is more suitable for deeper switchboards, while DIN series PLC and I/O modules can be installed in common household switchboards. The plastic cover is made of self-extinguishing ABS plastic meeting the requirements of the UL 94 standard for self-extinguishing. In particular, ABS plastic meets the requirements of Class V0. As with switches, all models have inputs, outputs, and interfaces fitted with surge protectors. These are, depending on the model, composed of transals, lightning arresters, varistors, and other protective elements. The IOS communicate via the Modbus RTU protocol, which supports both IPLOG control units and LAN-RING switches. This is actually one of the many examples of the interconnectivity of LAN-RING devices with the IPLOG system. The box series is particularly advantageous in situations where it is necessary to have several different inputs, outputs, and communication interfaces available in one device. Together with the basic motherboard, one I/O board and two IF boards fit into the cover. Additional I/O modules can be connected via the Modbus interface. Brackets for installation on a flat surface and DIN 35 are part of the delivery. In domestic switchboards with limited depth, on the other hand, we recommend using the DIN series with a control unit in G4 design or G5. In addition to industrial switches and PLCs, we also manufacture media converters for fast Ethernet and gigabit devices. The Minilan 4B2 converters are two-channel converters of RS485 and Bus 2 serial lines on a LAN. Their typical applications are transmission of up to two RS485 buses of the Galaxy or Asset system via LAN, transmission of up to two buses of the MB Secure system via LAN, connection of Modbus RTU compatible I/O devices and sensors via LAN. LAN-RING IPLOG infrastructure, part quick overview of supplied accessories. In the second half of 2023, we included new, more powerful 48 volts backup sources in our offer. Compared to the previous 110 watts model, it differs in its concept, which results in two advantages. The first is the charging speed. The 110 watts model charged a 12 volts battery with a maximum current of up to 5.6 ampere. The new PB7 source charges 4 12-volt series connected accumulators with a current of up to 5 ampere. As a result, charging is significantly faster and the source is also suitable for applications powered by public lighting. The second advantage is greater output power. The charging and discharging current of a lead-acid battery is limited to 1 to 2/10 of the battery's capacity, depending on the type. When 4 batteries are connected in series, the conversion from 12 to 48 volts is eliminated, which puts a significantly higher load on the battery. The third advantage of the new sources is the possibility of their parallel connection. The connecting element with smart diodes ensures the safe disconnection of the damaged source from the power bus. The introduction of new sources into our assortment was also reflected in the offer of our switchboards. Thanks to shelves for 4 accumulators with a capacity of up to 36 ampere-hours and a charging current of 5 ampere, the OH7525 modules are, for example, an ideal solution for applications powered by public lighting. On the slide you can see the internal equipment of the backup switchboards. We always recommend using the online configurator to select a suitable model. There are dozens of models available, and the configurator speeds up the selection significantly. Each switchboard is supplied with a unit test report and a wiring diagram. On the slide, there are curves showing the voltage drop when discharging with different loads. Measurements were made 4 times on 18 ampere-hours batteries. And the same discharge characteristics 4 times with 36 ampere-hours batteries. One of the relatively common methods of power supply is public lighting. The system recharges at night and provides battery power during the day. Short charging time in summer, which requires a high charging current, which is, on the other hand, limited by the battery itself. Depending on the type of lead-acid battery, it ranges from 1 to 2/10 of the capacity. For a 36 Ah battery, the maximum recommended charging current is between 3.6 and 7.2 ampere. In the winter months, on the other hand, it is necessary to expect a decrease in battery capacity due to low temperatures. From the point of view of high charging currents, LiFePO batteries can appear advantageous. However, their use carries one risk. Charging LiFePO batteries at low temperatures can lead to the formation of lithium metal on the surface of the anode. This can lead to an internal short circuit and potentially damage the battery. We therefore recommend using only lead batteries in switchboards installed in areas with winter frosts. In addition to OH switchboards meeting the requirements of the EN 61430-1 standard, which are suitable for common applications, we have prepared a special version with modifications according to the requirements of the EN 50131-1 and 6 standards. Currently, January 2024, we are completing functional tests and documentation prior to subsequent certification. I will jump from outdoor applications to the interior, for which 19-inch pull-out shelves are intended. It is used to install our PLC IPLOG and I/O modules in 19-inch racks. The shelves include power supplies and rails for attaching cabling. If necessary, the entire front part can be extended in slides or completely removed from the 19-inch rack. In addition to 19-inch shelves for PLC IPLOG, we also manufacture and supply pull-out shelves for the installation of industrial LAN-RING switches. They also successfully passed the assessment in the TUVSUD testing laboratory. The certificate is available on our website. Our long-term popular products include our surge protectors for Ethernet. We produce them in several designs: 100 megabit Ethernet, 100 megabit Ethernet with PO up to 90 watts, 100 megabit Ethernet and 24 volts power line. In addition to 100 megabit surge protectors, we supply protections for gigabit Ethernet with PO power supply up to 30 watts. The full-fledged two-stage construction ensures high protection of the equipment. For example, at a pulse of 1000 ampere, only a few tens of volts are output for a short time. When choosing gigabit protections, always read the catalog sheet carefully. Gigabit surge protectors from some manufacturers contain only incomplete protection circuits. For example, they can withstand a 5 kA pulse, but the output voltage is in the hundreds of volts. Or, conversely, the output voltage is in the order of tens of volts, but the surge protectors can only withstand pulses at 150 ampere. There are countless manufacturers of PO injectors of various powers on the market. Usually, however, with an input voltage of 230 volts and a commercial operating temperature range. Our injectors are different. All they need is an input voltage of 10 to 30 volts and they work from -40 degrees Celsius to +70 degrees Celsius. Our LAN extenders allow you to extend the LAN by another 100 meters. The NPD version also allows the PO power supply to be forwarded to the end device. During PO detecting and classification procedure, the extender is inactive. It is switched on only after the PO power supply of the end device has started. Like our PO injectors, PO splitters are characterized by the ability to operate at high temperatures. Among other things, they have therefore become a permanent addition to the Absolute Pro perimeter system. That's all for the content of this webinar. Finally, I would like to mention some information about the test procedure and the subsequent issuance of certificates. Tests are only mandatory for people registering projects on our website and in the case of applying for an extended warranty of 5 years from the end of production. In both cases, you must have a valid certificate and activated VIP access on our website. The VIP account is activated automatically after passing the test. We consider a test with at least 2/3 of the answers correct to be a successful composite test. You have 2 attempts to pass the test each day. The validity of the certificate and VIP access to the website is 6 months. During this time, you can extend your VIP status at any time by taking another test. Another way to get VIP access is to participate in face-to-face training. In this case, your VIP access is activated for 1 year. Finally, thank you for your attention and I look forward to hearing from you on the next webinar.